sorry, that was number 7. Right, A part 1, so it's next. Right, A part 1. Prove that sine A plus cos A all to be squared equals 1 plus sine 2A. Okay, so turn the left into the right. Right, the obvious thing to do is square out the brackets. So I'm going to square the first, that's sine squared A, twice the first by the second, which is 2 sine A cos A, square the last, right, plus cos squared A. Okay, just rearranging that. Okay, so I'm going to put the sine squared A plus cos squared A beside each other, plus 2 sine A cos A. Right, okay, I know from page 13 that sine squared plus cos squared is 1, and I know from page 14 that if you break down sine 2A, you get 2 sine A cos A. So 2 sine A cos A is actually sine 2A. So that's what they asked me to prove, and there it is. Okay, is that alright? A part 2, yeah? Will I go first? So it's cos 2A. No, we're okay with A part 2? Does anyone want A part 2? No, great. Right, okay, brilliant. Okay, number 10 is next. Do I do number 10? Anyone? We're okay with number 10. Excellent. Right, that was it, wasn't it? Right, okay, I'm going on to the next section, okay? The next section, guys, there's, oh, sorry, that reminds me, this morning I sent you 2 files. One is a trig worksheet for the weekend. It'll help me revise trig 1 for next Friday, okay? So that's your homework for the weekend. I won't be marking homework. That's your homework for the weekend. Right, if you do it and submit it just so I know you've had a go at it, and on Monday then I'll post the solutions, and then on Tuesday we'll be able to go through it in the double, okay? So my plan is I have 2 sections left in trig 2, so I'm going to do 1 section today, 1 section on Monday. Then on Tuesday I'll correct the worksheet I did for the weekend, and we'll do some of the core exercises, and then we'll look at some more revision for the rest of the week, okay? Right, okay, so you don't need to write these down. I've just copied these from the log tables, okay? Right, so products to sums and differences, right, okay? They're all on page 15, right, okay? They're up there at the top, okay? So there's no point writing these into your notes, right? They're in the log tables, right? So page 15, so there's no point, okay? And then the next page is sums and differences. So here we have products, something multiplied by something, and you can write it as a sum, right? So cos A multiplied by cos B is the same as if you add the 2 angles, right, plus if you subtract the 2 angles, right? Okay, the thing about these, guys, right, always write them with the big, I've written in a minute, but always write them with the biggest angle first, okay, so you don't end up with a negative angle. You can deal with it, but it's just easier if you write the biggest angle. That make more sense when I come on to the example, right? The second lot of formulas there on the bottom of the page is sums and differences to products. So you cos A plus cos B, and you could turn it into something multiplied by something, okay? Right? So they're all there in the log tables. You don't have to prove any of these, you just have to use them, okay? So I also sent you a sheet, it's from the syllabus, right, okay, and the proofs that you need are marked with, there's a list on the first page. The proofs that you need are marked with an asterisk. We've all those done except for number 2 and 3, which is the sine rule and cosine rule. I haven't done them yet, right, I haven't forgotten. I'm going to do them, all the proofs together in a week. So I'll include that with those 2, and then, so they won't be on your test next Friday, those proofs, just in case you're wondering. Right, okay, so example 1, you can write this one down now. Right, express as a sum or a difference. So they're giving me a product, right? So I'm up here at the top of the page. They're giving me a product, something multiplied by something, right? And they want you to express it as a sum or a difference. So a product to a sum or a difference, right? So cos A, cos B. Always put the bigger angle first. It just makes life easier for yourself. So I'm just, instead of writing that cos A, cos 5A, I'm going to write it cos 5A, cos A. Okay? Now, the formula tells me about 2 cos A, cos B, right? I only have cos A, cos B. So 2 cos A, cos B is all of that, right? So therefore, cos A, cos B is a half if I just divide each side by 2, right? So it's a half the other side, okay? Because I'm missing the 2 there at the front. So if I just had the other side. So the formula said 2 cos A, cos B is cos add the angles plus cos subtract the angles. So I'm multiplying this side by a half because there's no 2 there. Okay, cos of add the angles, 5A and A makes 6A, and subtract the angles, 5A take away A makes 4A. Okay, that's just as simple as just filling out a formula. Okay, so just being aware that the formulas are there.
Miss, where did you get the half from?
Because the formula, see the formula in the book, right, has a 2 in front of it. Okay, so I didn't have a 2, the question didn't have a 2 in front of it, so I had to have the answer, right? So I had to have the answer, okay, right. Okay, are you ready for example 2? Okay, so
say again why you have it.
Yeah, because the formula in the book, right, okay, so the formula that they give you in the book has a 2 in front of it, okay, so it was cos A, cos B, so it's 2 cos A, cos B equals this, okay, but I don't have a 2, the question didn't have a 2 in front of it, right, okay, so if I just had this side, sorry, if I had this side, it'd be the same thing. So like 2 cos A cos B is that, so that means cos A cos B is all of that divided by 2, right? Divided by 2 is the same as multiplying by a half. Okay, is that alright?
Yeah, thanks. Would you mind doing it, please?
Yeah, and I'm actually rubbing it all off with my, so that's, sorry, that's a half times cos of 6A plus cos of 4A. Okay, are we all right? Can I move on to example 2? I'll take that as a yes. Right, So
Yeah.
example 2, right, expresses a product. So I'm down here now at the bottom formulas here, right? So I'm given a difference, right? Okay, so I'm given a difference and I have to turn it into a product. So it's sine, take away sine. So the formula is here, down here, the bottom one. So it says sine A, sine B, sine A minus sine B equals 2 cos A plus B times sine A minus B over 2, right? Okay, that's what the formula says. So this is sine A, this is sine B. So everywhere I see an A, I'm going to put in a 6B. Everywhere I see a B, I'm going to put in a 2B. So it equals 2 cos, instead of that A, I'm putting a 6B. Instead of that B, I'm putting a 2B. Over 2 times sine of A is 6B, B is 2B over 2. So just filling out a formula, equals 2 cos 6B plus 2B is 8B, 8B divided by 2 is 4B. And then I have a sine, sorry, that's a minus, isn't it? 6B take away 2B is 4B, divided by 2 is 2B, and that's your answer. Okay? Obviously you can't put the big one first, okay? This you just have to go with what it is. It's only if it's a product that you put the big one first. Right, can I go on? Say no if you're not ready. Okay, example 3. Right, okay, without using a calculator. So without using a calculator means you have to use this table on page 13. So we can only use, we need 90, 180, 270, 30, 45 and 60. Right, so they're the only angles we have. Here I have 75 and 15, so I can't do that using the tables yet. Okay, what I notice, it's a difference, okay? So it's a difference as in it's sine something, take away sine something, okay? So I can express that, I can go up to my log tables and say, well, sine A minus sine B is equal to 2 times cos of A plus B over 2 times sine of A minus B over 2. Okay, so everywhere I see an A, I'm putting in a 75. Everywhere I see a B, I'm putting in a 15. So that would be 2 times cos of 75 plus 15 over 2 sine of 75 minus 15 over 2. So that would be 2 times cos of 75 and 15 is 90, divided by 2 is 45. And here 75 take away 15 is 60, divided by 2 is 30. So now I have a 45 and a 30 and they are on that table on page 13. So you look up cos of 45. So cos of 45 is 1 over root 2. And then you look up sine of 30. Sine of 30 is sine of 30 is a half. So multiplying all that out, you get 1 over root 2 as your answer. Okay, is that right? Okay, can I go? One more example and I'm done. Okay, going, am I okay? Right, the last one is a proof. Right, okay, So I have to take all this, show that all this side is equal to cos A, right? So you look and you say, well, on the top I have a sum, so I'm going to turn that into a product, okay? So sine A plus sine B, right? Okay, so I'm not going to write out the formula, okay? But that would be 2 sine A plus sine B is 2 sine A plus B over 2. Right, multiplied by sine, where am I? Sine plus sine, multiplied by cos of A minus B over 2. So the top line is sine plus sine is here, so I just filled in that formula, I didn't write it out, that's okay. So and that's all over 2 times sine 3A. Okay, so then multiplying out on top, that's 2 sine 4A plus 2A is 6A over 2 would be 3A. Over here, 4A minus 2A is 2A divided by 2 is just A. So divide that by 2 sine 3A. That goes with that goes with that, and your answer is cos A, which is what they asked me to get, so I'm done. Okay, so again, 2 lines. Right, okay. Now, we have 10 minutes left in class, so I'm going to ask you to do a couple of these, okay? So I'm going to ask you to do page 318. If you do 1 to 6, just the part 1s. Actually, just the part 2s, because I've one of the part 1s done. Okay, so 1 part 2, 2 part 2, 3 part 2, 4 part 2, 5 part 2, 6 part 2. Okay, right, that's for the next 10 minutes, right? You have the worksheet for the weekend. Okay, so when you have that down, you can head off. Okay, and have a nice weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Please God.
Thank you.
Right, bye guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye now.
Thanks, Liz.
Bye.
Thank you.
See you.